All right, all right, all right. Well, I was planning something totally different for this evening. Taking a break from all these local excursions, but service update 5 hit. Updated a few things. Now I kind of want to see like a run, so I figure I'd just do the North Coast Transit run. Did it last night, so I have a pre, or I have a service update 4, and I can immediately hop in and do a run with service update 5. Feel like I have a pretty good comparison. Feel like I just smoothed out a few things over the course of that flight. But I mean, my sim run's pretty smooth, but I'm like a set it and forget it kind of simmer. So I'm never satisfied. You always find something that want to tweak something. Enough about me and my weirdo obsessions. Let's up in here, get up in the air, find a little zen this evening. So we're gonna do the North Coast Transit. It's just a VFR sightseeing tour of the Cleveland skyline. We're gonna head north. We're gonna follow the I-77 corridor. Gotta try to stay like under 3,000 feet, which keeps us out of the Class B airspace. Um, we'll go over Akron, do a touch and go, Burke Lakefront Airport. Then we'll probably circle downtown and come back, follow Cuyahoga River all the way home. We had some real overcast day, rainy morning, but skies kind of cleared up a little bit. Still lots of clouds in the forecast. So it should be pretty similar to yesterday's flight. Even the evening conditions seem relatively close, so it should be a good comparison. It's by no sense. This is like by no way the most taxing area of the sim or anything other than just this crazy, airport, which is just a typical airport add-on. Like I said, I got a good A to B comparison, so decided just to do it tonight. Plus, I love the Warrior 2. Having a hard time letting go of flying. Really enjoying it. Alright, well, my GPU warning is back. So much for that optimization, right? It's probably the traffic injector, honestly. Yeah, and see the propellers aren't spinning. Maybe they are now. Maybe it just was that angle. I think when you see all that weird stuff like it's struggling, doesn't seem smooth though. Like a pop in air. Load. Go ahead and get it started up here.
Skyhawk 124, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Akron, Kent, clearance delivery, JetBlue 420. Request IFR clearance to Reagan.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Cleared to Reagan as filed, radar vectors to air, then as filed, climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 2571, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7.
Ohio State clearance, citation Mike.
Clearance on request. You're number one.
Ohio State clearance, Skyhawk Mike November Yankee 124, request IFR departure to OSU. Cleared to Reagan as filed, radar vectors to air, then as filed, climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 2571, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7. Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Clear to Ohio State, vectors arrows is filed, climb maintain 4,000, departure on 1186, squawking 4161, expecting runway 19er for Scout 124. Akron Canyon ground, citation Mike November Yankee 124, picking up IFR to Burke. Clear to New Philadelphia, radar vectors, Bravo Sierra Victor is filed, climb maintain 3,000, departure on 118.6, expecting runway 19er, squawk 4571.
Skyhawk 124, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Akron, Kent, clearance delivery, JetBlue 420.
Jonathan,
Request IFR
what
clearance
is
to
the
Reagan.
proper way to request a VFR flight with flight following that will lead to a touch and go at another airport and then return us back to this airport?
To request a VFR flight with flight following for a touch and go, you can say Cleveland approach, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Request VFR flight following to for a touch and go, then returning to Akron Canton with information uniform.
Lima, like to open my
Make sure to include your current altitude and any other relevant details.
UBM 3 Tango Papa, Roger. Clear to Allegheny. Radar vectors to Cutter,
Thanks,
then it's
Jonathan.
filed. Climate maintain 9,000, contact departure 118.6.
You're welcome.
Squawk
If you have any more questions
1127,
about
expect
ATC
runway 1.
communications or anything else aviation related,
UBM 3
feel free
Tango
to
Papa,
ask.
read back correct.
Good evening, Sarah. Are you ready to guide us on our way to Cleveland and back?
To AIR, that is filed. Climate maintain 5,000.
Good evening.
Expect-
I'm absolutely
expect
ready.
flight level
I've got my
330, 10
seatbelt
minutes
fastened,
after
my
departure.
fun facts
Departure
loaded, and my
frequency
sense of humor on
118.6.
standby. Just
Squawk
let me know when you're ready to roll
3531,
toward
expecting
Cleveland,
runway
and I'll make
19,
sure our
JetBlue
journey is
420.
packed with stories and sights.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Nope, there goes some more air traffic. It's good to see.
Clearance delivery, JetBlue 420, request IFR clearance to Reagan.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
420 cleared to Reagan as filed, vectors to air.
Every time I try to
Climate
do
maintain
this
5,000,
request
expect
with
flight
the
level
touch and go,
330, 10 minutes after
never
departure.
works.
Departure
I
frequency
break the ATC
118.6.
for some reason.
Squawk
So let's
4421,
see
expecting runway
if it
23.
works today.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground is on 121.7. Safe flight, sir.
Clearance delivery, request IFR clearance to Reagan. Cleared to Reagan as filed, radar vectors to air, then as filed, climate maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 2571, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Canton Akron clearance. Requesting BFR departure to the north. We'll be doing a touch and go at Burke Lake Airport and then returning to Canton Akron Airport. Like flight following with information Lima.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
UBM 3 Tango Papa, I'd like to open my flight plan to Gary, Chicago.
Clearance on request. You're number 1.
Akron Canton clearance, Skyhawk Mike November Yankee 124, ready to pick up IFR to Burke. Cleared to Burke, vectors fog is filed, climb maintain 3,000, departure on 1186, squawking 4521, expecting runway 23.
Skyhawk 124, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Akron Canton clearance, Skyhawk Mike November Yankee 124, request IFR
It told me I was
to
number
Ohio
1.
State.
See if they get back
Give
to
me
me.
1 second for that clearance.
Clear to Ohio State, vectors arrows is filed, climb maintain 4,000, departure on 1186, squawking 4161, expecting runway 19er for Skyhawk 124. Akron Canton ground
It's
today,
busy
Mike
right
November
now.
Yankee 124, picking up IFR to Burke. Clearance delivery, request IFR clearance to Reagan. Cleared to Reagan as filed, radar vectors to air, then as filed, climate maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 2571, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7.
420 cleared to Reagan as filed, vectors to air. Climate maintain 5,000, expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 4421, expecting runway 23.
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Ground is on 121.7. Safe flight, sir.
Akron Canton clearance, Skyhawk Mike November Yankee 124, request departure runway 19er IFR to New Philly.
Clearance on request. Stand by. I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Cleared. Vector says filed to AIR, then is filed. Climate maintain 5,000.
I don't think they're getting back to
Expect
me.
flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure
That's
frequency
Jonathan again.
118.6, Squawk
Jonathan.
3531, expecting runway 19, JetBlue
How do
420.
I request?
JetBlue 420, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Let me rephrase that. I need to contact ATC, request VFR departure. I want to fly to KBKL Airport for a touch and go, and then return here to Akron Canton Regional Airport.
Chicago. TVM 723 Tango Papa, roger. Clear to Gary, Chicago.
To request a VFR departure to Burke Lakefront Airport for a touch and go, you can say Canton Akron clearance, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Request VFR departure to Burke Lakefront for a touch and go, then returning to Akron Canton with information Lima. Make sure to include your current altitude and any other relevant details.
110,000, 10 minutes after departure on 118.6, squawk 2771, expecting runway 23 for Citation 124. Clear to New Philadelphia, radar vectors Bravo Sierra Victor as file, climb maintain 3000, departure on 118.6, expecting runway 19er, squawk 4571.
Skyhawk 124, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Cessna 3 Tango Papa, roger. I'll check Bravo before takeoff. I'd like to open my IFR flight plan to Rochester. Akron Canton ground, Cessna 723 Tango Papa with Bravo. I'd like to open my IFR flight plan to Rochester. Cessna 3 Tango Papa, roger. Clear to Rochester. Expect radar vectors to Dunkirk. Then as filed, climb and maintain 9,000. Contact departure 118.6, squawk 1655, expect runway 23.
Clear to Pittsburgh, radar vectors to Cutta, then is filed, climb and maintain 5,000, departure 118.6, squawk 5343 for 823 Bravo Alpha.
Akron Canton clearance, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo in the Warrior 2. Request VFR departure to the north for a touch and go at Burke Lakefront Airport and returning here to Canton Akron Airport. Like flight following.
Clearance on request, you're number 1. Stand by, you're number 1.
Akron Canton clearance. Ronald Reagan, Blue Streak 5062 would like to pick up our IFR clearance to Ronald Reagan, Washington National with
I don't think
information
this works.
Oscar.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Akron Canton clearance. TBM November 723 Tango Papa. I'd like to open my IFR flight plan to Lunken, Cincinnati.
Stand by, you're number 1.
Akron Canton clearance, Skyhawk Mike November Yankee 124, request departure runway 19er, IFR to New Philly. Clear to New Philadelphia, radar vectors Bravo Sierra Victor as file, climb maintain 3000, departure on 118.6, expecting runway 19er, squawk 4571.
Skyhawk 124, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Clear to Pittsburgh, radar vectors to Cutta, then is filed, climb and maintain 5,000, departure 118.6, squawk 5343 for 823 Bravo Alpha.
Clearance delivery, request IFR clearance to Reagan.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
TVM 723 Tango Papa, roger. Clear to Gary, Chicago. Radar vector.
Clearance, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo in the Warrior 2. VFR flight, request flight following with information Bravo.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, read back correct. I'm working on that clearance, stand by. Piper Echo Kilo on departure, maintain VFR at or below 2000. Departure on 118.6, squawk 6251, expect runway 5.
Piper F. Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo on departure, maintain VFR at or below 2,000 feet. Departure on 118.6, squawk 6251, and expect runway 5. Piper Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Contacting ground on 121.7. Have a wonderful evening. Fine.
Okay, clearance delivery. JetBlue 420, request IFR clearance to Reagan.
Slouch.
Stand by, your number 1.
Blue 420, cleared to Reagan.
Excuse me. Canton Akron ground. This is Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at parking 6A, requesting taxi to runway 5 with for a VFR flight to the Cleveland Skyline tour with information Bravo.
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 5 taxi via Echo, Alpha Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1, then Foxtrot.
Excuse me. Runway 5, taxi, Echo, Alpha, Foxtrot, hold short, runway 1, then Foxtrot, Piper, Sierra, Alpha, Echo, Kilo.
Akron KCAK ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
JetBlue 420, Akron Canton Regional Airport ground, push and start approved, tail southeast.
Push and start approved, tail southeast, JetBlue 420.
All right, here we go.
The 420, Akron KCAK ground, ready for push and start. Push and start approved, tail southeast, JetBlue 420. Akron KCAK ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start. Akron KCAK ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
JetBlue 420, Akron Canton Regional Airport ground, push and start approved, tail southeast.
Push and start approved, tail southeast, JetBlue 420. KCAK ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
Bravo, Bravo, ready to taxi.
00 Bravo Bravo, runway 1 taxi via Alpha.
Runway 1 taxi via Alpha 00 Bravo, Bravo.
Well, I will say, so far it feels a little smoother, but I don't want to jinx anything. Just panning my head around at the airport feels smooth.
Approaching runway 1.
Piper Echo Kilo, hold short of runway 1. Yankee on the runway.
Blue 420, request push and start.
JetBlue 420, push and start approved, tail northeast.
Start approved, tail northeast, JetBlue 420. Blue
Getting
420,
that
ready for taxi.
GPU pop-up there. This airport just started giving me when I updated it. Most current version. It looks good though. Seem to be having any other issues. Be just like probably all the animated stuff inside the building I can't see happening. On that dude, like way down there, it's not even on the runway.
Piper Echo Kilo, hold short of runway 1, Yankee on the runway.
I had my mic off. I did answer.
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 5 only available. Say intentions.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 1.
Piper Echo Kilo, hold short of runway 1, Yankee on the runway.
Legion 1543 ready to taxi.
Legion 1543, runway 5 taxi via Echo Bravo.
Runway 5 taxi via Echo Bravo, Legion 1543.
That other plane on the ramp just quit. Come out, man. This guy's taking too long. Here he goes. He finally made it. Big jet's moving.
Piper Echo Kilo, cross runway 1.
Oh my gosh, it's about time. How big that thing looks on the skyline. Amazing that they go up in the air, man. I mean, I know the science, I understand how it works. Still pretty amazing. That's not even a great big one.
Approaching runway 1.
KCAK, ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
JetBlue 420, Akron Canton Regional Airport ground, push and start approved, tail southeast.
Push and start approved, tail southeast, JetBlue 420.
KCAK, ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
Blue Streak 5056, ready to taxi.
Blue Streak 5056, runway 5 taxi via Echo Alpha Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1, then Foxtrot.
Runway 5 taxi via Echo Alpha Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1, then Foxtrot, Blue Streak 5056.
JetBlue 420, Akron Canton Regional Airport ground, push and start approved, tail east.
KCAK, ground, JetBlue 420, ready for push and start.
Approaching runway 5.
Brown, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 5, ready for departure to the north.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact tower 134.75 for departure.
Oh. Contacting tower 134.75. Have a wonderful evening. Tower Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 5, ready for departure to the north.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron, Canton Regional Airport Tower. Say again, please.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 5, ready for departure to the north.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
We're to departing JetBlue 420. Over to departure JetBlue 420. To departure JetBlue 420. Over to departure JetBlue 420. Over to departure JetBlue 420.
Skyhawk 124, contact
Come
departure.
on.
Akron Canton Tower, Citation Mike November Yankee 124, request departure runway 2 tree. 121011, fly on heading, clear for takeoff, Citation 124. Over to departure JetBlue 420. Departure JetBlue 420. Departure JetBlue 420.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure. TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
JetBlue 420, contact departure.
Approach departure JetBlue 420. Over to departure JetBlue 420. Over to departure JetBlue 420.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
TBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
Over to departure JetBlue 420.
Echo Kilo, runway 5, winds 320 at 6, clear for takeoff.
Over to departure, JetBlue 420. Wind 223 at 19er, cleared for takeoff, citation 124.
Citation 124, contact departure. Blue Streak 5056, hold short of runway 1.
1, holding short, Blue Streak 5056.
Runway 5, winds 32 at 6, clear for takeoff, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo. Alright, finally, man. Down here, do a quick check. Everything should be ready. We just need to turn the fuel pump on and switch. There. Back on the runway here.
Blue Streak 5056, hold short of runway 1.
On runway 5 remaining.
Slowly up on the throttle.
6,700 feet.
High runway heading clear for takeoff, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, contact
Right
departure.
rudder. 60.
Over to departure, JetBlue
65.
420.
Rolling back.
CBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
CBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
First departure, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, contact departure.
Over to departure, JetBlue 420. High runway heading clear for takeoff, JetBlue 420. Over to departure, JetBlue 420. Over to departure, JetBlue 420.
Bonanza 5 Golf Tango ready to go, straight out. Bonanza 5 Golf Tango, winds calm, runway 1, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff 1, Bonanza 5 Golf Tango. Venture 611, contact departure.
Good day. Over to departure, JetBlue 420. Over to departure, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, contact departure.
Departure, JetBlue 420. Over to departure, JetBlue 420.
CBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
CBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
Bonanza 5 Golf Tango, contact departure. Departure, Bonanza 5 Golf Tango.
Skyhawk 124, contact departure.
Over to departure, Skyline.
JetBlue 420, contact departure.
Over to departure, JetBlue 420. Departure, JetBlue 420. Akron Canton Tower, Citation Mike November Yankee 124, request departure runway 23. 121011, fly on heading, clear for takeoff, Citation 124.
Legacy 368, holding short of 1, ready to go.
Legacy 368, winds calm, runway 1, cleared for takeoff, safe travels.
1, cleared for takeoff, Legacy 368.
Over to departure, JetBlue 420.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo at 2,700 feet. We are going about 110 knots, and we're going 360 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron Canton approach, radar contact.
Altimeter 29, 905, Piper Echo Kilo.
Departure, Legacy 368, 2000 for 4000.
Legacy 368, radar contact VFR altitude.
Akron Stadium.
Up to 13, 3000, Legacy 368.
It zips.
Legacy 368, contact Cleveland Center on 120.6.
120.6 for Legacy 368.
Citation 124, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Number 10,000, altimeter 3037, station report.
Citation 124, direct hand, then as filed, please.
Departure JetBlue 420, climbing 2,900 feet.
JetBlue 420, Cleveland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 310, turn left, heading 150, vectors to AIR, then on course.
Maintain flight level 330, turn left, heading 150. Then vectors to air, on course, JetBlue 420.
JetBlue 420, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Cleveland departure, citation Mike November Yankee 124, 5,000 feet.
Citation Mike November Yankee 124, radar contact, climb and maintain 1,000 right, heading vector log, then on
Cleveland departure, citation 124, request altimeter 7. Departure JetBlue 420, climbing 3,000 feet for 5,000 feet.
JetBlue 420, Cleveland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 260.
We'll maintain flight level 260, JetBlue 420. Akron against departure, JetBlue 420, climbing 2,900 feet.
JetBlue 420, Cleveland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 310, cleared direct AIR.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, clear direct AIR, JetBlue 420.
Since we're so close to Kent State University Airport, did you know this airport has been training pilots since 1917?
Cleveland departure,
It's
radar
part of Kent
contact,
State
climb and
University's
maintain
College of
flight level
Aeronautics and
260.
Engineering, and it's one of the few university-owned airports in the country.
JetBlue 420.
The airport has seen everything from student solo flights to visits from vintage aircraft. It's a favorite spot for aviation enthusiasts, especially during their annual aviation open house, where you might spot everything from classic Cessnas to the occasional aerobatic demonstration.
Piper Echo Kilo, what's your final?
JetBlue 420, climbing 2.
Piper Sierra, Echo Kilo, Canton Akron Regional Airport.
Radar contact, climb and maintain 1,000, left heading 5, vectors to AR, then on course. Piper Echo Kilo, roger, amending your destination to KCAK.
And that'd be beautiful if we go out to
turn right, heading 120, set vectors for error, JetBlue 420.
Good night to go out.
0, direct AR, then as filed, please.
Direct AIR, then is filed, JetBlue 420.
The legends sold will never disappoint. It's gotta be pretty stormy and bad for them. Pretty overcast. To steal from their thunder.
155 November Mike, radar contact, altitude restrictions canceled, maintain VFR. 155 November Mike. Piper Echo Kilo, remain clear of the Cleveland class Bravo airspace. Remain this frequency. Contact Lakefront Tower. Citation 124, contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124K.
Citation 124, direct hand, then as filed, please.
Skyline coming into view.
Citation 124, contact Lakefront Tower.
Since we're flying near Solon, Ohio, did you know this area is famous for its lush parks and green spaces? Solon has been recognized as one of the best places to live in the U.S. several times thanks to its blend of suburban charm and natural beauty. The city was settled in the early 19th century, and its name actually comes from the ancient Greek lawmaker Solon. So if you feel a sudden urge to write some laws up here, that's probably why. People love flying over Solon because you can spot the winding Chagrin River and a patchwork of forests and lakes. It's also a favorite spot for bird watchers, so keep an eye out for hawks riding the thermals below us.
contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124K.
Contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
At our 3 o'clock, about 2 miles out, you'll spot Mayfield Heights Recreation Park. This park is a local favorite, especially for families looking to stretch their legs or catch a summer concert. It was established as part of the city's commitment to green spaces back in the mid-20th century, and it's grown to include everything from baseball diamonds to winding walking trails. If you look closely from up here, you might even catch a glimpse of the community pool. On a hot day, it's basically the neighborhood's unofficial beach.
Burke Lakefront Tower, Hyper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, request touch and go, runway 24.
Hyper Echo Kilo, runway 24 right, right closed, traffic approved. Report midfield each time.
24 right, closed, traffic approved. Report midfield right each time, Hyper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo. It seemed like it might be a little clearer than last time. I don't know, it seems like there's a good mist. Clouds are a little more open. They're comparable flights so far. I can barely keep my eyes open, which seems right on target. It's too powerful. We're gonna switch tanks now. Drifted a little bit. It's beautiful off the water, right? One of my favorite airports. When I first started in 2024, I used this airfield a lot.
Approaching runway 24 right. Caution, caution.
Over the runway. Laps. Down. Flaps down.
CVM 1 Tango Bravo, contact departure. Cessna 75 Bravo, contact departure.
Ready for takeoff. Getting the throttle all the way back up. Slow. A little bit of rudder. 65, 70, like that. Like that. That's all it goes. Terminal tower. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bank building out there. First Energy Stadium. Lights are starting to come on. That's going to be a good test to see if there's really any performance gains for people on visitors. Burke Lakefront Tower, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, cancel pattern work.
Piper Echo Kilo, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Civic Center. Yeah, for being like a...
Citation 124, contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124 today.
Yeah, render's nice, it looks pretty good. It seems to be pretty smooth. I haven't seen a lot of pop in or anything. I didn't really change any settings other than I didn't have to update the trace plane. Looks actually good. Big part of the Cleveland Skyline. With an industrial city. Kirby still is, at least not on that scale. Where are we doing those things in that scale?
Citation 124, contact Lakefront Tower.
Park looks good. Let's go to the beach a little bit further. And we'll head home. Well, that should be... What the name of the beach here? I don't think that's the beach. I think it's a... Yeah, it's
Citation 124, contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124 today.
Just a big park down there. There's the beach there. Looks good. The head traffic lights coming on. Reflections in the water, lots happening here.
Since we're so close to downtown Cleveland, one of the most striking sights from up here is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Designed by the legendary architect I.M. Pei and opened in 1995, this glass pyramid has become an icon on the Lake Erie shoreline. It's not just a museum, it's a shrine to the legends of music, from Elvis to the Beatles to Aretha Franklin. The building itself is a marvel, with its dramatic angles and sweeping views of the lake. If you look closely, you might even spot the outdoor stage where summer concerts bring the waterfront to life.
It's a lot of fun to go down to the pavilion over time for a good show. Good stuff down here. Yes. It's down here. Oh, we're going to be too close for where we're going to cover it. Oh, yeah, there. One there. Look from William. That's a pretty beautiful venue. Summertime. a kid that though, they always had flames coming out. You couldn't drive into the city without seeing flames in any direction.
November 84, Charlie Tango contact Cleveland Center on 120.775.
120.775 for November 84, Charlie Tango. Good day.
Citation 124, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Since we're in the skies just south of Cleveland, the closest city is Garfield Heights. This area was originally settled in the early 1800s and named after President James A. Garfield. It's known for its rolling hills and the Garfield Park Reservation, which is part of the Cleveland Metro Park system. The park was actually one of the original Emerald Necklace parks designed to encircle Cleveland with green space. From above, you might spot the winding trails and the old stone bridges, which have been around since the 1930s.
contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124 today.
It's next to the valley like that. Out here in the middle of the park.
Cleveland approach, citation 124, request 12,000. 5,000, heading 020, vectors island 24 right approach, citation 124.
Citation 124, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Maintain flight level 260, turn right heading 120, that vectors for error, JetBlue 420.
0, direct AIR, then is filed, please.
Direct AIR, that is filed, JetBlue 420.
Citation 124, contact Cleveland approach on 125.35.
Cleveland approach on 12535, this is 124 today.
Since there are no major landmarks right beneath us, let's talk about the closest airport, Schutz Field, also known as OI-45. This little airstrip is a classic example of Ohio's love for grassroots aviation. It's a private use field, and you'll often spot vintage tail draggers and home-built planes parked on the grass. Local pilots love it for its laid-back vibe, and the chance to swap stories after a flight. closest city to us right now is Stowe, Ohio. Stowe was founded in 1804 and is known for its beautiful parks and the Silver Springs Park, which is a favorite spot for both locals and visitors. The city is also home to the Stowe Monroe Falls Public Library, which has been serving the community since 1924. Stowe is a classic example of a Midwest town, with tree-lined streets and neighborhoods that look straight out of a postcard. If you look out the window, you might spot the Cuyahoga River winding its way through the landscape, a river that played a big role in Ohio's early transportation and industry.
Down to 10,000, I'll come to the 3037 station report.
Citation 124, direct hand, then as filed, please.
closest city to us right now is Tallmadge, Ohio. Tallmadge is known for its unique circular town center, which was designed in 1807 by Reverend David Bacon. The circle was intended to be the focal point of the community, and today it still serves as a hub for local events and gatherings. From the air, you can actually see the perfect roundabout with roads radiating out like spokes on a wheel. Urban planning before it was cool. Tallmadge is also home to the historic Tallmadge Church, built in 1825, which is one of the oldest standing churches in Ohio.
Right off the dash there on the co-pilot side. Actually a big blimp hanger. Oh, there's a blimp down there, it looks like. Maybe on the ground there. Akron Canton Tower, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, inbound, Wingfoot approach, request full stop landing.
Piper Echo Kilo, radar contact 4 east of Mayfield Airport at 3,000 feet, Akron altimeter 2994. Cleared into Akron Canton Class D airspace. Maintain VFR at or above 3,000. Fly heading 230 for runway 23. Skyline 4 Charlie Hotel contact Cleveland Center on 120.775.
120.775 for Skyline 4 Charlie Hotel. Good day.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, on final for runway 23.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact Akron Canton Tower on 134.75.
Canton Akron Tower, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, inbound runway 23, on final.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron Canton Regional Airport Tower, make straight in for runway 23.
Turn on fuel pump on. Lights are on. Got a good glow in the cockpit. On. So my twilight performance was a little bit
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 23, winds 300 at 6, cleared to land.
Runway 23, winds 300 at 6, cleared to land. Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo.
Approaching runway 23.
I'll say the late the evening into nighttime performance seems much better for my system for sure. I think the lighting looks my performance wasn't bad, other than those weird GPU pop-ups.
Contact departure.
CBM 3 Tango Papa, contact departure.
JetBlue 420, contact departure.
Virgin departure, JetBlue 420.
Look nice light up there. Far down. Touchdown. A little hard. A little bumpy. We're on the ground. Toe brakes. Oh, a little too much toe brakes. I love that about this plane.
Hyper Echo Kilo, contact ground on 121.7.
Contacting ground on 121.7, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Approaching runway 23.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, clear runway 23, request taxi to parking 6A in front of the McKinley building.
Piper Echo Kilo, taxi to parking 6-8 via your discretion. Good day.
Taxiing to parking 6A. Good day. Piper Echo Kilo.
Approaching runway 23.
Let the fuel pump on to taxi again. Gas are probably up because I'm tired. That should have been down. Oh, I was ready to get in here and call it a night. Yeah, but alright. Felt pretty smooth to that landing there. A little jaggy, but that airport probably slippery. What the heck is that loading? Plane. But most of my flight was very smooth, even around twilight hour with harsh. To do some system tests later, but it seemed a little smoother than last night. Weather was a little lighter. Hard to say for sure. I definitely got called it a night. Grateful for this time in the sim. Yeah. Go ahead and power everything down.
taxi.
Diamond 5 Kilo Lima, runway 19er taxi via Echo, hold short of runway 23, then Delta, Bravo.
Runway 19er taxi via Echo, hold short of runway 23, then Delta, Bravo, Diamond 5 Kilo Lima.
Diamond 5 Kilo Lima, give way to the company ahead.
Give way to the company Cardinal Diamond 5 Kilo Lima.
Avatar is back. Faceplate removed him for a while. Alright, well. Thanks for riding along with me. Have a pleasant evening.